want to talk about the consumption tax. Japanese consumption tax was raised. Yay! Was raised at the beginning of April. The consumption tax was raised by 3%, from 5% to 8%, which means that obviously stuff is more expensive. It's quite funny because a lot of the shops, buses, trains, etc., they just added 3% because, well, as you can imagine, people are already pissed off that they are adding money, that they're adding to the prices. But the numbers are all kind of funny, you know. Stuff that used to cost 100 yen now costs 103 yen or 104 yen, or actually 102, I should say. So sometimes the numbers were a bit funny and then they would just round up, right, as you can imagine. So stuff is actually more expensive. The most drastic increases I noticed, there's this Indian place where I used to buy lunch, where I used to eat. They had like an all-you-can-eat curry, 3 different kinds of curry, and you can switch 2 or 3 different drinks, iced tea, lassi and stuff. And it's all you can eat naan, all you can eat rice, all you can eat curry, and all you can drink iced tea and lassi. And that used to be 1,050 yen, so that's about $10, and you could like go there with some friends and spend an hour and just fucking eat curry till it comes out of your ears. And they raised prices from 1,050 yen, 3% more. Now it costs 1,280 yen, so they raised prices by over 20%. And I'm really pissed off about that. I'm like, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna buy anymore, I'm not gonna go there anymore. You can eat your curry yourself. So there's gonna be curry boycott from Riding Japan, as you can imagine. I mean, most restaurants, they added. I found a few, they were too lazy to rewrite the whole menu, and they just said, nah, 3%, fuck it, we're gonna pay it. Which I thought was really interesting. They're gonna lose practically 3%. Another interesting aspect of this whole thing is that the unions and, I don't know, the prime minister or whatever, they discussed the consumption tax or VAT or GST or whatever it's called in your country. They discussed it and they talked about the fact that they should increase salaries. And it seems that a lot of companies are increasing people's salaries by a certain percentage. If it's actually 3%, I can't quite say, but it seems that there are a number of companies that don't give a shit, and people are announcing now what these companies are. They're like, company X didn't raise salaries by 3%. If you work at company X, you all probably know, but it's like really bad advertising in a way, right? So they want to announce these companies who don't help out their workers. And it's quite funny because my company is one of them, and I'm quite pissed. And my salary increases every year are really low. I probably need 2 years to compensate for this 3% increase in prices. And as far as I know, the consumption tax will be raised to 10% next year. So we got 3% more this year and we will get 2% more next year. So I'm going to have to pay that out of my pocket. It will take me years to compensate for all of this. It's going to be 3-4 years before I have the same money than I had in March. So I'm going to be quiet till we get to the bridge and get to Odaiba. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. A bit shorter, a bit more city center. Again, just highway and shitty city traffic. But see you in a minute.
silent and with fear of loud noises.